The smiles at the New York Stock Exchange couldn't mask what was a disastrous week for world stock markets. Friday's trading only deepening the losses. The Dow Jones index ended down 13% from record highs, with U.S. markets seeing their biggest weekly sell-off since the 2008 financial crisis. It's been a similar story for London's main FTSE 100 index and stocks in Europe, while no fewer than 7 markets in Asia have lost more than 10% of their value. Fueling the plunge, the spread of the coronavirus outside of China. Deserted streets in Milan heightening concerns that COVID-19 is making an inevitable march across the globe and raising fears about the negative effects that efforts to stop the disease could have on the U.S. economy. Fears the White House again tried to tamp down on Friday.
Everybody, whether you're an investor or whether you're, ordinary Main Street person, people should not overreact.
It's proving to be a huge test for Larry Kudlow's boss, President Trump, who, since he took office, has championed record-high stocks as an endorsement of his presidency, but conversely sees a falling market as someone else's fault, namely the Democrats competing to unseat him in this year's election.
I think the financial markets are very upset when they look at the Democrat candidate standing on that stage making fools out of themselves, and they say, if we ever have a president like this, I think that has a huge effect, yeah.
But world health experts, including in the U.S., continue to warn about the dangers of the virus, and critics, like his Democratic presidential challengers, have slammed Trump's downplaying of the threat, saying that he cares more about the market reaction rather than containing the virus itself. Experts say uncertainty surrounding the threat is causing jitters.
It's not an economic effect exactly yet. It's a virus, and it's no matter how much blind faith you want to have in the central banking structures of the world, virus and epidemiology is a little bit outside their general mandate. And no matter how much you want to ignore political risk, when countries and industries start to collapse with an epidemic, it's hard to know how to do that.
This week's losses put an end to an unprecedented period of growth for U.S. markets. Whether or not the panic sell-off continues will depend not only on the spread of the coronavirus, but also messages coming out of the White House. Kristen, Saloomey, Al Jazeera, New York.